What's up guys, it's Michael here. In this video we're going to cover on a recent trending topic showing that a lot of people have stopped drinking alcohol specifically. So let's get down to business and understand what are benefits and what are negatives. So a lot of people drink alcohol for many reasons. For example, maybe for parties, maybe for social drinking. Some people binge drink, some people are actually alcoholic. In that case, you should get some help. But what is alcohol is a social gathering. Depends what you use it for. For example, people who hit 21, a lot of people like to go out and drink for the first time legally. And they go out to parties to drink like no other tomorrow. And of course, getting alcohol outside, people who sell them, they think you guys are suckers because it's actually not that expensive to make alcohol, but they can sell it to you guys at a premium. That's which it makes a lot of profit. That's why the alcohol industry is really wealthy, especially the major companies. For example, Budweiser, Bud Light. Those beers are really gross, by the way, but hey, that's what it is to it. It's so gross. That's why you guys should click the subscribe button down below and a like button. But to get back on topic, a lot of people say they stopped drinking alcohol because it affected their work schedule and the way they think and operate for businesses. And the way they cited all their sources, I believe this is like a mixed match. This is no guarantee. For example, the best example I can give is when you take a drug for a disease or an illness that you symptom, it reacts differently for everyone. For example, people who drink soda, for example, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, might react differently. Some people, when they drink it, they'll be okay. Some people who drink it become really gassy. For example, is different people have different reactions to every different types of substance. Soda would be a perfect example. And for example, eating with meat and beans or tacos, some people get really gassy and some people don't. And another big one is a lot of people are lactose intolerant. Lactose intolerant affects many different type of people. Some people don't get it and some people do. And this applies to alcohol. Alcohol will really depend on your situation. But the main point is why I mentioned alcohol, especially in my finance channel, is because when you go meet with business clients, a lot of people drink. And when you drink, a lot of people either become really talkative or they do things like outside their comfort zone, which it's really difficult to train without being like under the influence. But what is interesting is a lot of people say that affected their work schedule the next day. And do a lot of drinks myself, and especially social drinking or meeting clients that you have to drink, this affects people differently. For me, it doesn't affect me at all. Maybe I have high tolerance compared to those people who post their videos. Maybe it's because I'm built differently, because you gotta look at how does your own body function? How does your own body react? As I mentioned, drinking Coke, taking medicine for type of disease or symptoms that pop up. For example, you have a fever. Some people cannot take Tylenol because they're allergic to amoxicillin. And this really differs for other people. And for me, drinking is, like personally, it makes me feel more relaxed, but at the same time, it does not affect my sleep. On the contrary, testing out myself, having a minor amount of drinks, like one drink, actually makes me sleep a lot faster and a lot better compared to no drinks because that's how my body operates. And all the studies that other people cite this as affects their sleep schedule. I hate to break it to you. I don't know where you get your data from, but I'm pretty sure your data will show that everyone operates differently. And for example, Asian countries who drink, they cannot drink as much as people from European countries. It is what it is. It's how they're built differently. So when I drink, I get a lot more loose, a lot more relaxed. I sleep a lot easier. And once I pass a certain threshold, for example, one drink help me relax, makes me really sleepy. And maybe after 3 drinks, and for me, instead of falling asleep, I become more talkative, become more relaxed. Going out my boundaries is a lot easier, and that's how it affects me. It might not how it affect you, but the main part is when you go to social gatherings, a lot of people are going to drink, and a lot of business people even say on the contrary on the ones you see online, they said, oh, I don't drink, I go to business events. Yeah, there's some people who are allergic to alcohol. Hate to break it to you, a lot of people don't believe this. It's actually true. I have a family member who's actually allergic to alcohol. So some people cannot drink, which makes sense. But when you go to social gatherings, especially business events, almost everyone drinks, unfortunately. And if you can't drink, then you have to bring up an excuse to it. But if you could drink, a best trick to do it is, for example, if you drink champagne, you can always mix it with Sprite or pour Sprite and pretend that's champagne. That's the one trick I learned to navigate around people if I don't want to drink. And like you learn these ideas and you learn how do people operate when they drink. So when they drink, they become more relaxed. And you go to social gatherings, especially you talk with clients, not the ones you party when you're in college, the ones you actually there to make connections with and make money from. So when other people drink, you don't have to drink too, but you can always hold a glass of wine in your hand. Maybe you can hold like a glass of beer and maybe a mixed drink, but you can drink it very slowly. But the whole point is, like, I personally do not believe that people who are currently drinking should stop alcohol completely, depending on your circumstances. If you're going out to meet with clients, for example, like you are running a business or service, maybe you are a lawyer. You go out to have lunch with someone, and maybe you have dinner afterwards, and dinner you have basically multiple clients coming around. Maybe you go to an event where people are going to meet each other, trade business cards. Everyone's gonna drink, and when they drink, they become more relaxed. So what you could do, you can always order a drink, but don't actually drink it. You can drink it very slowly. Basically, take a little sip. Then your goal is there to build connections with them, because the whole point of drinking, it became synonymous with basic gatherings and meetings of other people. So cutting out alcohol completely, for me, is out of my book, because when I meet a client to do anything with taxes, financial analysis, in my sector, everyone drinks. So I became part of that little group. So that means I have to drink too. But strategically, how you intake it, not to the point where you start drinking, you get drunk. That's the worst part in those type of parties. You drink basically just enough, just so you can socialize with other people and try to get them to remember you. For example, business cards I mentioned in previous videos are number one tool to help you build connections with other people, trading phone numbers, and just simply talking with them. You talk with one group, then you move to another group, introduce yourself, and start chatting with them. Because when people drink, they become more relaxed. You want to understand that alcohol, it's a place to build a social gathering. It's not like to affect your business. Because when I look at one video, for example, like Graham Stephan, he cannot drink, and it says affect his brain work, he feels foggy. That affects him specifically. And in my case, it does not affect me. It actually does the opposite for me, depending how many drinks you take. But in that case, when you drink and meet with other people, you can meet a lot of different business people, and they might bring you a lot of different ventures. That's the whole point in running a business. And when you go to those events, that is the best time for you to meet someone new. Because when you meet someone new, there's a chance for you to get their business and at the same time for them to refer you to another client. That's actually the most important part, because getting referrals, you get the best clients majority of the time than meeting someone random on an advertisement or a phone call. So the key takeaway is look at how alcohol affects you. And if you are gonna drink, don't go binge drinking. Personally, only drink when you go to events. For example, as you go with family and friends, yeah, you can drink a little bit, don't go overkill. But if you go to business events, this is where you should understand your tolerance and how to interact with other people while you're drinking. Because if you have alcohol, don't be drinking it super fast. If everyone like cheers and everyone takes like a big down, like just down it, just take a little sip, drink a little bit, and continue chatting with them. That is the whole point of going to those type of meetings. So I'll post more videos like these and show these type of parties maybe in the future. But especially that coming down with the recession and how the economy is taking a turn. And a lot of people in the business industry understand that even the economy is going down, eventually it's going to go back up. So if you want me to cover more topics like these, comment down below and click the subscribe button down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Enjoy your day.